Why doesn't she just leave? This is the question most often asked about women in abusive relationships. Hi, I'm Simon Dippenaar and I'm a family attorney. During this year's 16 days of activism for no violence against women and children, I'm looking at abusive relationships. What are they? Why do women stay in them? And how can you leave and start a new life? Abuse can be physical, emotional, sexual, financial, or even technological. But recognizing that your relationship is abusive and leaving to make a new start are two very different things. Why is it so difficult to escape an abusive relationship? The most debilitating, paralyzing factor is fear, which underpins all the other barriers to leaving. Many women live with the threat of physical and emotional harm on a daily basis. They may fear or even be sure their partner will come after them if they try to leave. Their fears are genuine. Leaving an abuser can be dangerous. Data shows a huge rise in the likelihood of violence after separation. 41% of women killed by a male partner in the UK in 2018 had separated or taken steps to try to separate from them. Just last week, the body of a 20-year-old engineering student in Italy was found days before her graduation ceremony. Her ex-boyfriend is currently in custody pending investigation. Friends of the victim say her partner refused to accept her decision to end the relationship. It's easy for the uninformed observer to wonder why a woman in an abusive relationship doesn't just leave. This is why. The prospect of making a new start can be emotionally daunting. The woman may have been so undermined that she has lost the ability to make decisions. If she has been constantly told she is incapable of managing on her own, she may come to believe it. And if the partner has micromanaged every aspect of daily life, she may literally not know how to go about beginning again on her own. Abusers often control every aspect of their partner's life, especially financially. By taking away financial independence and controlling access to money, an abuser renders a woman wholly reliant on him for support. She feels that leaving is impossible, especially if she has children to look after. Another tactic abusers use is damaging the partner's credit score or running up debts in her name. If she then tries to secure a lease or apply for a credit card or loan, all of which could facilitate her exit, she is refused by landlords and lenders because she fails the credit checks. Abuse carries its own stigma. Women may feel ashamed or embarrassed. They may believe the abuse is their fault. They feel worthless and deserving of degrading treatment. By contrast, the abuser partner is often well-liked because he is charming and manipulative. This prevents other people recognizing the abuse, and the woman may not be believed. Now, in addition to the stigma, there are stereotypes that influence a woman's perception of her options. These include family, social, cultural, and even religious expectations. Women are socialized to believe it is their responsibility to make a marriage work. Divorce equates to a failure on their part. These pressures may also come directly from a woman's own family, particularly in more traditional communities where gender roles are more rigidly defined. Some religions frown upon divorce. Fear of judgment from family and friends and cultural and social expectations present significant barriers to leaving an abusive relationship. If an abused woman has children, the decision to leave is even more complex. She may worry about removing her children from a financially secure environment. If she is financially dependent on her partner, she may not be able to see a future in which she can support her children. As a result, she may fear that her children will be taken away from her and custody granted to the abusive partner. She may worry that he will take his anger at her, leaving out on them, possibly violently. Many women stay to protect their children. The threat of a custody battle alone can deter a woman from leaving. Even if she has a good likelihood of being awarded primary custody, she may dread the process or worry about the cost of legal advice. She may believe that a two-parent household is a more nurturing environment in which to raise children than a single-parent family, even in the presence of abuse. So she stays for the sake of the children. She may feel stigma about the prospect of single parenthood. The many barriers to leaving are intertwined. Concerns about children are interwoven with the thoughts of stigma, which are related to social and family opinions, which impact on self-confidence and self-worth. And running through it all is fear. Fear of failure, fear of judgment, fear of standing out, fear of not being good enough. We all feel like this at some time or another, but an abused woman has these fears all the time. More than that, she fears retaliation and may even fear for her life. An abused woman doesn't need to be braver. She is already displaying incredible bravery just by getting out of bed every day. She needs support and encouragement and practical help to form an exit plan and make a new life. I'll outline the practical support available and the steps to take to make an exit plan in my next talk. But if you are in danger and if you need help right now, call me immediately. I can serve a protection order on an abusive partner, connect you to support services, and make sure you and your children are safe. Call or WhatsApp me on the number on your screen. Don't live in fear.